delivered by Addis Ababa City Administration Education Bureau. And I am Zuna Mukun. Today, we'll see Unit 2, set of integers, subtopic, comparing and ordering integers. So, comparing and ordering. Comparing and ordering integers. Students, after this lesson, you are expected to order set of integers and compare integers. After this lesson, you are expected to compare integers, order integers, order integers. So now let's continue to the lesson. To compare two integers, two integers, draw a number line and locate the numbers. To compare two integers, draw a number line, draw a number line and locate the integers. And then the number which is found to the left is a smaller number, and the number which is found to the right is the bigger number. Which means, if you locate the integers in this form, A, B, the number to the left, this one, A is to the left side, the number to the left is a smaller number, and the number to the right is this bigger number. A is smaller than B. From this, you can see that A is smaller than B, it's less than B. And B is a bigger, or it's greater than A. B is greater than A. Therefore, the number to the right is a bigger number, the number to the left is this, a smaller number. Now, let's continue. To compare numbers, we use the following symbols. To compare numbers, we use the symbols less than, greater than, or we use equal. So this can be read as A is greater than B. This read as A is greater than B. A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Again, this one is read as A is less than B. A is less than B. And this is read as A and B are equal, or A is equal to B. A is equal A is equal to B. Now, let's see examples for this concept. Example 1. Example 1. Compare the following numbers. Compare the following numbers. The following numbers. Using the symbols less than, greater than, or equal. Now, the first question. Here you have -4 and compare it with 0. Let me write the questions first and we'll do together. Again, you have this number 0 with -10. C, -6 with 0. Now let's compare these numbers. Let's do the first question together. Let's compare -4 and 0. Okay. To compare these two numbers, we draw a number line and we locate these numbers on number line. Here, we have 0 here. To the right of 0, we have positive numbers, 1, 2, and so on. But here we have negative number. So -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. We have these numbers. So the location of 0 is here, and the location of -4 is here. When you see these two numbers, -4 is to the left side. -4 is to the left side of 0. So the numbers which are found to the left are small numbers. Therefore, here, -4 is this less than 0. The correct answer will be here. This -4 is less than 0. So, please try these two questions. I will give you 10 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Very good. Let's see the answer together. Okay. Let's compare 0 with -10. Let's locate the numbers on number line. So you have 0 here. The numbers to the left of 0 are negative. So here -1, -2, -3, and so on. You'll arrive at some point -10 here to the left. Therefore, the location of 0 is here, and the location of -10 is here. When we compare 0 with -10, 0, where is the location of 0? 0 is here. It is to the right. 0 is this to the right of -10. Therefore, 0 is a greater number. Here you have this answer. 0 is bigger than -10. Let's compare these two numbers, -6 with 0. Okay, let's just draw a number line. The location of 0 is here. -1, -2, and so on. You'll proceed, and you may arrive here at -6. And when you see the location 0 and negative number 6, -6 is to the left, it's a smaller. 0 is to the right, it's a bigger number. Therefore, here we are asked to compare -6 with 0. So, -6 is less than 0. So, what do you conclude from this example? One. As you can see, 0 is always to the right of negative numbers. Therefore, 0 is greater than any negative number. So, the first conclusion, 0 is 0 is greater than 0 is greater than any negative numbers. Any negative number. Any negative number or a negative integer. Okay, again, as you can see, negative numbers are to the left of 0. Negative numbers are smaller than 0. Therefore, negative numbers, we can say in this form, negative numbers are less than 0. Less than 0. Okay, now let's continue to the other example. Example 2. Compare the following numbers. Compare the following. Compare the following numbers. Okay, A, negative 10 with 10. B, compare positive 13 with negative 100. And C, compare positive 2 with negative 1. So please try this question. I'll give you 10 seconds. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Let's see the answer. Okay, let's compare these two numbers. Okay, let's just locate the numbers on number line. We have 0 here, and positive numbers are found to the right of 0. So 10, 1, 2, 3, and so on. You have 10 as somewhere that point. And negative 10, you will have negative 10 to the left of 0. So negative 1, negative 2, and so on. You arrive at negative 10. So let's see the numbers. Negative 10 is, its location is here, and positive 10 is here. When you see these two numbers, negative 10 is to the left, positive 10 is to the right. This one is small number, this one is bigger number. Therefore, here negative 10, when you compare it with 10, negative 10 is the smaller number. Therefore, negative 10 is less than 10. Let's compare these two, 13 with negative 100. Okay, let's draw a number line and try to locate the numbers on this number line. The location of 0 is here. Numbers to the right of 0 are positive. So positive 13 here, 1, 2, 3, and so on. You may have 13 as somewhere this point. And minus 100 is to the left of 0. You will have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. You have somewhere to the left, negative 100. So when you see these two numbers, negative 100 is here, positive 13 is there. When you compare these two, 13 is to the right of minus 100. So 13 is bigger. 13 is greater than negative 100. So let's see this one. So locate the numbers. We have 0 here, minus 1 to the left, and positive 2 to the right of 0, 1, 2 something here. So minus 1 is location. The location of 2 is here. When you compare these two, 2 is 2 is to the right of minus 1, so 2 is bigger. Therefore, 2 is greater than minus 1. So, what do you conclude from this example? Not. As you can see here, all positive numbers are to the right of negative numbers. So because of this, positive numbers are greater than negative numbers. So positive numbers are greater. Positive numbers are greater than, greater than negative numbers. Greater than negative numbers. And negative numbers are smaller than positive. And negative numbers are less than positive numbers. Okay, this is it. So, as we said here, positive numbers are to the right. So, to the right of negative numbers. So, positive numbers are greater than negative numbers. And negative numbers are to the left of positive numbers. Therefore, negative numbers are smaller than positive numbers. Let's continue. Third example. Compare the following numbers. Compare the following numbers. The following numbers. A, negative 10 with negative 2. And B, negative 4 with negative 100. And C, negative 1 with negative 20. Please, students, try these questions. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Very nice. Let's see the answer together. Okay, the first question. Let's locate the numbers on number line. We have 0 here, negative 1, negative 2. We have the location of negative 2 here, and negative 10. So when you count to the left, you may arrive negative 10 here. So when we compare these two numbers, the location of negative 10 is here. The location of negative 2 is here. So negative 10 is to the left, minus 2 is to the right. So minus 10 is smaller than negative 2. The number which is found to the left is smaller. Therefore, negative 10 is less than negative 2. Let's compare these two numbers. Negative 4, okay? 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Negative 4 you may have here, and then up to, just when you just proceed, you may arrive at minus 100. Therefore, the location of negative 100 is here. The location of negative 4 is there. So, negative 4 is to the right of negative 100. Minus 4 is to the right. So, minus 4 is bigger. Therefore, negative 4 is greater than negative 100. Let's see these two numbers. Minus 1 We have 0 here, minus 1, and so on. You may arrive minus 20 here. Therefore, the location of minus 20 is here. The location of minus 1 is here. So minus 1 is to the right of minus 20. So minus 1 is bigger. So this will be the answer. By the way, when you compare two negative numbers, you can follow the following technique. Look, simply compare, when you compare minus 10 with minus 2, first compare the positive of these numbers. That means compare 10 with 2. 10 is bigger. So in the negative form, minus 10 becomes less. So here, 10 is bigger than 2. Hence, therefore, minus 10 will be less than negative 2. Again, let's see this one. To compare minus 4 with minus 100, first compare the positive of these numbers. So compare 4 with 100. When you compare 4 with 100, 4 is smaller, so this becomes bigger. Negative 4 is greater than negative 100. Again, when you see this one, minus 1 with minus 20. To compare these two, first compare the positive of these numbers. Compare the positive of these numbers. And 1 is smaller. Therefore, negative 1 is bigger. That's it. So you can also compare in this form, or you can use a number line to compare the numbers. That's it. So let's proceed to the next part. Okay, the next part is this: successor and predecessor. Successor, and predecessor. Meaning, successor means comes after. Simply it is comes after. Successor means comes after, and predecessor means comes before. Predecessor means comes before. Comes before. Now, let's see examples. The first question: what is the successor of 9? What is successor of 9? Let's see this together. To find the successor, simply locate the number on number line. We have 9. Next to 9, you have 10, 11, and so on. To the left, you have 8, 7, and so on. So 7, 8, 9, 10, so on. We have 9 here. So we are asked to find successor. So the number that comes after 9, what's the number? Good, it's 10. So the number that comes after 9 is 10. Therefore, the successor of 9 is 10. Let's proceed. Okay, what is the successor, the successor of negative 4? What is the successor of negative 4? Please try this question. I'll give you 10 seconds. Students, have you tried the question? Very nice. Let's see the answer together. So, to find the successor, let's draw a number line and locate the numbers. Here you have 0, -1, since the number is negative, -2, -3, -4, -5, -5, and so on. So, -4 is here. We are asked its successor, the number that comes after -4. What's the number that comes after -4? It is -3. That's correct. So the number that comes after -4 is -3. Therefore, the successor of -4 is this, -3. Let's see more examples. Okay, third. What is the predecessor of 100? What's the predecessor of 100? Let's see this together. To find its predecessor, simply just sketch a number line, and you have 100 somewhere to the right, and assume 100 is here. Next to 100, you have 101 and so on. To the left of 100, you have 99, 98, and so on. So here, we are asked to find the predecessor of 100, that is, a number that comes before 100 is this, 99. Therefore, the predecessor of 100 is 99 is the answer. Okay, one last example. Try this one. What is the predecessor of -40? What's the predecessor of -40? Please try this question. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Let's see the answer together. So, to find the answer, let's draw a number line and try to locate this number. So assume 0 is here, -1, -2, and so on. You have -40, -41, -42, and so on. To the right, you have -39, and so on. Therefore, -39, -40, -41, and so on. Therefore, the location of -40 is here, and we are asked to find its predecessor, the number that comes before it. The number that comes before -40 is this, -41. Therefore, the correct answer will be this, -41. That's it. Now, let's proceed to the next section. The next section is ascending and descending order of numbers. Ascending and descending. Ascending and descending. Descending, ascending and descending order. Ascending and descending order. The first one, ascending. Ascending order means arranging numbers from the smaller to the largest. So ascending order means arranging numbers from the smaller to from the smallest to largest. And descending order means arranging numbers from the bigger to the smaller, from largest to the smallest. So descending order this means arranging numbers from the largest to from the largest to the smallest to the smallest. So let's see example for this one. Example. Arrange the following numbers in ascending order. Arrange the following numbers in ascending order. In ascending order. Okay, the numbers are given here. There is negative here, 0, positive 6, minus 3, and 12. These numbers are given. So let's try to arrange this number in ascending order. That means arrange the number from the smallest number to the largest. Let's see the answer together. Solution. Okay, here we have 0, positive numbers, and negative numbers. As we know, negative numbers are smaller than positive and 0. Therefore, we'll start from negative numbers since they are small. So, which of these two is small? Minus 10 or minus 3? Okay, let's compare it. Minus 10 and minus 3. So when you compare two negative numbers, forget the negative sign, compare the positive. When you compare, this 10 is greater, so minus 10 is small. Therefore, the smaller of these two numbers is negative 10, so negative 10 is the smallest of all numbers. So next to that is negative 3. Okay, so we arrange these two. The remaining numbers are 0, 6, and 12. So when you compare these three numbers, 0 is smaller than positive numbers. Therefore, 0 is the smallest of 6 and 12. Now, when you compare 6 and 12, 6 is smaller than 12. Okay, so the next number is 6. And finally, you will have 12. Therefore, this is the ascending order of these numbers. Now, let's continue to the second example. Example. Arrange the following numbers in descending order. Arrange the following numbers. Arrange the following numbers in descending order. In descending order. Descending order. Okay, so the numbers given here, minus 100, positive 10, 0, negative 6, and 20. Okay. Students, please try these numbers to arrange in descending order. In descending order, I will give you 20 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Let's see the answer together. Okay, solution. Here we have minus 100, 10, 0, minus 6, 20. So, we are asked to arrange the numbers in descending from the largest number. So, negative numbers are smaller, smallest numbers. Positive are bigger, so you start from positive numbers. Here we have two positive numbers, 10 and 20. Which of these two is bigger? Good, 20 is bigger. Therefore, 20. The next number is 10. Next to 10, we have remained minus 100, minus 6, and 0. Of these three numbers, which are the biggest? Good. 0 is the biggest because 0 is greater than negative numbers. So the next number is 0. Now, the remaining numbers are minus 100 and minus 6. So let's compare minus 100 and minus 6. When you compare two negative numbers, forget the negative sign and compare them as a positive number. So when you compare these two, 100 is bigger, so minus 100 is smaller than negative 6. Therefore, which of these two of bigger, minus 100 and minus 6? Very nice. Negative 6 is bigger than negative 100. Therefore, the bigger number is minus 6. The next number is this, negative 100. So this will be the correct order of these numbers. So that's it. To summarize what we have seen today's lesson, let's put the basic points. Summary. Okay. One concept. To compare numbers, two numbers, just draw a number line and locate the number on number line. The number which is to the left is smaller, to the right is bigger. So simply to compare two numbers on number line, just locate the numbers on number line. The number which is to the left is small, therefore A is less than B. The number which is to the right is bigger, that is B greater than A. The first concept, this one. The next concept we have seen, negative numbers are, all negative numbers are less than 0. Negative numbers are less than 0. Negative numbers. Negative numbers are less than 0. Negative numbers are less than 0. And 0 is less than positive numbers. And when you compare negative with positive number, negative is smaller than positive. Again, negative numbers are smaller than positive numbers. Negative numbers are less than positive numbers. Positive numbers. Again, we have seen about successor and predecessor. Successor, this means this, the number that comes after the given number, comes after, the meaning is it comes after. And We have also seen about predecessor. Predecessor is meaning comes before, comes before, comes before. And we have also seen how to arrange numbers in ascending and descending order. Ascending means arranging the numbers from the smallest to the largest, and descending order means arranging the numbers from the largest to the smallest. That's all. So I'll give you exercise for you to try it at home. Exercise. Exercise. Compare the following compare the following numbers. Compare the following numbers using the symbol, less than, greater than, or equally. Okay, the first question, compare these two. Negative 200, compare it with positive 200. B, compare negative 120 with negative 300. And C, compare these two, negative 4 with negative 4. And D, compare negative 1000 with 0. The second question, write the following numbers in ascending order. Write the following numbers. Write the following numbers in ascending order. In ascending order. Okay, the numbers given here. 20, negative 50, 0, negative 12, 21. That's it. Please, students, try these questions in your home. So that's all about today's lesson. Until next lesson, goodbye.